In this section, we are going to learn about Mojo's function. A function is a named, reusable piece of logic. In Mojo programming language, it's also where a lot of the power lives. Functions are how we stop copy-pasting code and start composing programs. Now, this is a chapter worth slowing down for. You define one function with the def keyword, also known as definition. Give it a name, take a typed argument, do some work, and then we just call it with a name and it greets us. Two rules to internalize right away. You must declare a type for every argument. That's not optional decoration, and the parentheses are always required, even when there are no arguments at all. If a function produces a result, you declare its return type with an arrow. This one takes two integers and hands back their sum, 12. And if a function doesn't return anything, you simply leave the arrow off. That's it. Now, the single most important idea in this chapter, and the one that confuses newcomers most. Mojo programming language functions take two different kinds of input. Arguments. Now, arguments are ordinary runtime values. They go inside the parentheses, and every language has them. And there are something called parameters. Parameters are compile time values. They are different than arguments. Parameters are compile time values known before the program runs. And that's why they go in square brackets in this programming language. Here, both appear together. Count in square brackets is a compile time parameter. The flame in parentheses is a runtime argument. So when you call repeat of 3, the compiler does something very clever here. It generates a specialized version of the function with count fixed at 3. Decisions other languages make at runtime, but Mojo programming language, it bakes into the machine code. That's where it gains its speed. Now, you will not need parameters for most everyday functions, but keep this distinction in your back pocket. This is where Mojo unlocks its real power later. Now, back to ordinary arguments. You can give one as a default value, which makes it optional. You can call power with just a base, and the exponent quietly defaults to 2 here. You can also pass argument by name in any order. That makes your call self-documenting. Anyone reading it knows exactly what each value means. One rule to remember here, your optional defaulted arguments must come after all the required ones. Let's write something you would actually use. An average over a list. So we start a running total, walk every value, add it up, and then divide. The kind of helper that shows up constantly in data work. Notice we convert the length of a float 64 before dividing, so the results stays precise. A small detail here, but exactly the kind strong typing makes you think about. But what if that list is empty? Now, dividing by 0, you know, is always a problem. A function that might fail should say so. We mark it with a raises keyword, RAISES. Now, when there is no data, we raise an error carrying a clear message. The function is now honest about how it can go wrong. And the caller handles the possibility with try and accept. Try the average. If it fails, catch the error and print it, instead of crashing the whole program. This is Mojo programming language nudging you towards robust code. Failure here isn't an afterthought here. It's right there in the function signature. Now, the genuinely interesting part. When you pass a value in, Mojo programming language wants to be crystal clear about who owns it. There are 4 different conventions you need to know about. Read gives the function a look, but no changes are allowed, and it's the default. So usually you write nothing. Mutation, MUT, lets changes escape back to you. Var, var, hands over ownership, and out is for constructor, which we are going to discuss later. Here are the first two together. X is marked MUT, mutable, so the change escapes the function. Y is just read by default, so it's untouched. You cannot change that. Fast and safe without you copying anything. Sometimes you want to hand a value off to a function and stop using it yourself. No copy, a clean transfer. You can do that with the transfer sigil, sigil, a little caret after the value. The receiving function takes it as variable, var, and after that handoff, the original is used up. The compiler won't let you touch it again. Now, this is the heart of the Mojo's programming language model. Every value has exactly one owner at a time. And that's how Mojo guarantees memory safety without a garbage collector slowing things down. Step back what you have just learned. As you can see, the Mojo programming language program is fast by default. No needless copies are made. It is safe by default. No silent mutation is allowed, and explicit exactly when it counts. That combination is that's the whole reason why I moved my entire research course to the Mojo programming language. Now in the next section, we are going to learn how to define functions and types together so that you can build your own types.